Mandy, let me bring you in because you actually just said something, Dan. It was chasing the pump, which is what a lot of people that go to the gym say. But this actually does have an effect on your endorphins. It has an effect on how you look at yourself, how you feel. Sort of chasing that high of working out can sort of take its toll and become an addiction, clearly, in Danny's case.
It can. What's familiar in what you say, and you describe it really well, actually, is when somebody's trying to compensate for their vulnerability. Somebody feels vulnerable, they feel out of control with how they're perceived, which is negative, and they want to fix it. So they use something outside of themselves to fix that. And in the short term, with something like exercise, of course, you get a massive rush. And you think, yeah, I'm doing something about it. And your endorphins are charging around your body. But the reason it becomes self-defeating is that you're chasing the control of what somebody else thinks of you without attending to how you feel and think about yourself. So it's going to be a dead end.
And I must say that, I mean, Danny, in the end, it has worked out for you. I mean, you've realised that you had that issue. You're now a personal trainer. It is a career for you now. So that side's worked out. But Mandy, on the other side, a lot of people, this can, I mean, it could lead to something like bulimia with body image issues.
Absolutely. I mean, they're very linked with bulimia. What you'll find is OCD, bulimia and exercise are inextricably linked, often very linked, and work addiction. And if you get into recovery from your exercise addiction, it's really easy to cross-addict into other things, become perfectionist, for example, in the work that you do. And the focus needs to be back on yourself, constantly looking at how do I feel, how am I treating myself, am I being kind to myself, or am I looking in the mirror at my work or whatever and being critical? Because it's that critical voice, that internalised critical voice, that we need to challenge in order to properly get recovery.
Mandy, where's this pressure coming from? Do you think programmes like Love Island are to blame for this? What do you reckon?
To blame? No, I think there is a huge pressure on people today, on young people today, but on people across the board, to put an awful lot of emphasis on how they look. And I think when you see imagery of people who make it their life to look really good without a shirt on, kids are watching that and they're using that as their role model. And it's not natural, if you like. It's not necessarily achievable if you're living an everyday life.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it affects me daily. I mean, I always say, you know, I'd love to be able to, like, work out. I'd love to have a body. I'll go on holiday with my family even, and I won't want to take my top off on a beach because
even though I'm not... babes,
no, you do.
I don't care.
You got in trouble last time we went away. This one did. I can understand it, though, and I can understand your point of view, Danny, but obviously we're really happy that you've managed to work through your issues and you've got that under control.
It's good to find that happy medium.
You have, and you've got that happy balance.
Everyone needs that fitness lifestyle, but when it becomes a craving, just like Craig David, like, you know, it can become an obsession. You can lose out on other parts of your life massively.
And Mandy, I've got to say, obviously, if people are concerned about this, where can they go to sort of get help if they feel that they're in that position?
Well, it's tricky because I'm a big fan of fellowships, which I think you know, but there isn't, as far as I'm aware, a thriving exercise addiction fellowship. But there are... I mean, if you go into therapy, if you go to one of the other fellowships that are available, you might find that some of the principles that are promoted in there would apply. The thing about exercise addiction is it's hidden in plain view because it's a socially reinforced thing to do. If I've got kids like your stepchild and you're looking at them going, great, they go to the gym, this is fantastic, they're taking care of themselves, they're interested in their body, it's really hard to see that tipping point which you asked between doing something healthy and self-care and being interested in looking after yourself, and when that tips into I'm not good enough,
then it starts
then drives the self-defeating behaviour.
Mandy,
really
Danny,
difficult.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.